Hello, GRT fam. Welcome back to episode 16 of the Graph News, brought to you by the Graphtronauts. This week, we are going to take a look at some exciting news in the protocol, the latest network statistics, interesting tweets that got our attention on Twitter, and also find out who the latest guest was on the GRTiq podcast. We feel there's no better way than to start episode 16 of the Graph News by sharing with you that Graph Day returns this year on June the 2nd at the Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco. The Web3 community will be showing up in force to shape the future of the internet and society. On June the 2nd, you can join the world's brightest dreamers and doers for a full day focusing on Web3, dApps, protocols, and the future of the internet. Hear from leading protocol and dApp developers as they showcase how the Web3 community is pioneering brand new forms of human coordination. Inspiration from action-orientated talks will follow you all day long into an energetic evening of celebration as the future of Web3 stack is unveiled at the historic Palace of Fine Arts. There are many speakers already announced who will be taking the stage, including Yaniv Tal, Eva Bailin, Tegan Klein, Brandon Ramirez, and Abby Titcomb. These are just a select few from the impressive lineup, with more yet to be announced. Adding to the excitement following June the 2nd's Graph Day will be GRTiq, a 3-day hackathon event from the June the 3rd to June the 5th. This will be channel of motivation of Graph Day's attendees into action as hackers collaborate to shape the future of Web3. Please remember this is a ticketed event, so be sure to grab your tickets early as space is limited. We at the Graphtronauts are sure this is going to be a very popular event and encourage you all to attend. Event tickets will be linked in the description box below, and we hope to meet some of you there. For the next piece of news in the protocol this week, we take a look at GIP proposal by Ariel on the Graph Forum. The proposal was an initial GIP 0018, but then superseded by GIP 0023 and titled Subgraph Ownership Transfer Using External NFT Contract. The link will be in the description for anyone wanting to read up further on this. The problem that Ariel looked to address was that the GNS contract allows anyone to publish a subgraph with associated metadata and a target subgraph deployment. The new subgraph would then be tied forever to the accounts that created it. The impossibility of transferring the subgraph ownership makes some use case very inconvenient, such as moving your control to a multisig or community member creating it on behalf of a DAO, etc. This proposal submitted by Ariel intends to solve these issues. With the proposal being voted by the council and made live now, whenever a dApp developer publishes a new subgraph, the GNS will mint a NFT. Whoever owns the NFT controls the subgraph. The NFT is based on a standard ERC721, so it can be easily transferred to different accounts with no limitation. Additionally, the NFT is burned when the owner deprecates the subgraph. This is one huge example of how NFT use cases are evolving. NFTs aren't only for art, now they are being used to enable easier collaboration in Web3. Transfer of subgraph ownership is now possible with unique NFTs, and the community really likes the possibilities this idea opens up. Here are a few retweets from the members of the community showcasing their support for the new feature. Not only does this enable transfer ownership of subgraphs, but it enables devs building with larger teams, DAOs, to collaborate on subgraph development more effectively. With DAOs and users of the multisigs now able to own and upgrade subgraphs. This means subgraphs can keep on improving without relying on initial creator. So as a DAO grows and evolves, so too can its subgraph. That's all for protocol news this week, but let's take a look at some of the latest network statistics from the last 7 days. With the latest data looked at, let's have a good look to see what caught our eye on Twitter this week. This week, we look at 2 tweets from users Crypto AI, beginning with this one regarding index account. In total, the network has seen a number of indexes reach 245, spanning across the world. The current number of active indexes has grown to 161. This speaks to a growing decentralization taking place, even during these early stages. In this tweet, we see this reflected in the map. Indexes are widespread in several different continents, enabling Web3 to take shape, increasing reliability, and no central authority provides a better experience for these utilizing the graph service. Currently, we see hotspots in the United States, Europe, but as the protocol continues to mature, we'll be sure to see the numbers of indexes grow and the locations in which they are located expand. It is a bright future for those with the skills and determination to run their own operation to support blockchain technology usage globally. Moving on to the second tweet, we again see a useful visualization. This one depicts a high level of overview of the decentralized network in action. We see multiple roles represented here, including indexes, delegators, curators, and subgraphs. This is what the vision of the global graph of public data resembles. Within the network, we see the different roles and their connections to one another via the plethora of lines. It goes to show just how interdependent each member is, especially considering the various tasks in which they specialize. Imagine just how massive this will grow to be as more subgraphs migrate and new ones are published directly on the network. As a graph community, we all have a lot to look forward to in the years to come. That's all from what we have seen on Twitter this week. If you missed the GRTiq guest this week, scan the QR code on the screen to catch up on this week's episode and all previous episodes, which are available on multiple platforms. That's all from episode 16. If you are enjoying the content, please subscribe to the channel so you can catch up with what you may have missed over the course of the week. Have a great week, GRT fam, and don't forget to secure your place at the Graph Day in San Francisco by getting your ticket. I will see you next week for episode 17. Bye!